Anna Reichs aria in Die lustigen Weiber von Windsor. And at this point, this is Act 3, the last act of the show, and she is singing about her love, who her parents do not approve of, but she loves him anyway.
How much work have you done on this before?
I've been looking at this particular section for about a week.
And looking at this section means what?
Means spending time with it, so listening to different people sing it. I've just written in my IPA for my phonetics a couple days ago, and I took it to a lesson for the first time on Thursday, 2 days ago.
So pretty fresh.
Pretty fresh, yeah.
Great. Okay, and you'll perform it when?
I'm performing it in March.
So there's lots of time.
There's a lot of time.
So great, so that you give yourself a lot of time to work with it, so that you can really integrate it and be with it. So when you think about it today, you've worked on it just a little bit, and we are recording it, and you have some audience. Do you have a purpose or an intention or something that you want to get out of it, or something that you want to show?
For sustained notes for me, sometimes, well, it's again these two domains of thinking for me. So in practice room, I'm thinking about production and, does it sound easeful and resonant? But then at the same time, I want to look at the real life performance of it. Are my long notes filled with some sort of emotional intention, or am I just counting beats in my head? So I'm kind of in an in-between state where I need to start performing it in coachings and lessons, so I need to have that intention. But I also want to go back to nitpicking things of what's happening technically.
Right, and so my solution for today is to choose a very small part
Okay.
where you can work on both,
Mm-hmm.
because both are important and you can't really completely tease them apart.
Yes, that's true.
Okay, so the very beginning, just start wherever you want to start, and we'll see where we go. So when you did this, did you pay attention to the head and neck?
No.
Can you do it one more time?
Okay.
So that you don't start with a tightening?
So schreib ich dir, Geliebte, zu, so kennst du mich, so nennst du und schwörst dich auf ewig mein und ich mich dein, ganz dein.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What do you think? What comes up for you?
I think it's in German, so I find sometimes getting a good balance between getting those voiced consonants without getting too much involvement with my jaw is helpful, especially before getting to the high note, and then general propelling of this section, because even though there are held notes in the accompaniment, there's 16th notes that are kind of just to propel it forward.
So you feel you're pushed.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what you want to do is lightly and gently move my hands. Exactly. And soften the knees. And how about leaving the consonants out just for a moment and just voweling out? actually held your neck.
Ah, okay.
Do you know where they are?
Probably before the last.
Yes.
Yes. There's probably here
Exactly.
too. Yeah.
Okay, so can we just do the preparation for these and just do these spots? Only vowels, and the ideas of expanding the breath, so we're not counting the length of the breath, and you
Yeah.
don't have to go anywhere or do anything, just these jumps.
So the first jump.
The first jump, please. Okay, that was completely different.
It is out of context.
But still,
Yeah.
there was no push in the jump. Can you do that jump one more time?
Yes.
So that was with a tiny bit of push.
Yeah,
Let me
got
just
that.
do it a little better, she says.
Yes.
No need. Okay. You're still, do you feel my fingers here?
Yes, I do.
I don't want you to feel that you're leaning on me, but you don't have to run away.
Uh-huh.
In other words, put your hand here on me,
Okay.
right here. When you go for the higher note, you do this.
Oh.
You're pulling yourself up,
Uh-huh.
and I think you don't need it.
Okay.
In other words, that pull is not going to move your air fast.
No, it won't. Okay.
So,
That was a lot easier. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
Agreed? All right, let's do the other. You know what? Before we do the other jump, do 2 notes before and then the jump. Caught that?
Yes.
That's your preparation.
Yeah,
That
I was.
shoulder, yes.
I was thinking, should I go play the note?
Okay, yes. The answer is yes.
Yes. And I will do it while thinking about what's happening. in my
Thank
head.
you.
No, sorry.
So that was kind of interesting. It was going back to the push.
Yes.
So the habits are persistent, but we are more stubborn. But this is very slow pace.
Yes.
And we are not in any hurry.
No.
And so we give ourselves permission to work very detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Go for it. So that's a push. I'm going to put my hand here. Please don't move my hand.
Okay.
So the big jump was really easy. The little jump was a bit pushed.
I think in my head I'm thinking, I gotta get that note correct this time, you know?
All right, so we're going to do something slightly different if you're okay with that.
Sure.
I would like you to walk a little bit back and forth and just do that jump.
The backing up to the jump?
Yes,
Or-
please,
okay.
please, please. So you're walking just 2-3 steps so that you're still in the camera.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a lot easier.
Okay.
Okay.
So one could call it a distraction because
Yeah.
you're walking.
Right.
But the other, we could call it moving the air and supporting the movement of the air by actually moving.
Mhm.
And moving away from the stand and the notes and
Yes.
the preparation and doing it perfectly.
Yes.
So this is a part of our tricks and tools
Mhm.
of staying in the moment, not end gaining,
Mhm.
really giving ourselves permission to indulge in the moment.
Mhm.
Indulge in the most positive way.
Yeah.
Shayna, thoughts?
I think what she has said is so important. If you can lean on the piano sometimes and just lean forward a little bit,
Mhm.
that's where your breath wants to go. Because most of the expansion is in our back,
Mhm.
and you want to not hold here or anything and not try. That's the biggest thing I ever learned from Gabby was there's time. Don't
Mhm.
suck in a breath.
Mhm.
And you're not, but I think if you allow the breath is release, your body knows how to breathe. Those are words directly from Gabby.
Absolutely.
That was a
Absolutely.
revelation. who thought that my next voice teacher would be an Alexander teacher? But that's the way it was. Yes.
Okay, so for that little bit with that little jump, do you want to add the consonants?
Mhm.
So jetzt du mich, so nahest du. How did I do?
Well, you tell me.
It felt pretty good.
Thank you. Yay. So one could say it's very focused, but when we have the luxury of time, if you said, okay, I'm performing it tomorrow, I would never say, let's just look at 4 notes. But because we have so much time, and whatever you're doing with these few notes, every other jump, you have some tools to get to those other jumps.
Yes.
And then we can work on whichever part we want at any point.